Alright guys, we're going to be taking a little ride. I cleaned up the beast today and we're going to take it for a little cruise. I'll bring you guys along for a little trip. Start talking about some stuff. Beautiful day here in Florida. Probably in the mid-90s right now. Beautiful, hot. Just taking a little ride. Tried this view in the front windshield now. Been trying a whole bunch of different camera views. Got a car show tomorrow. We're going to be doing a car show at Rachel's. So Rachel's car show goes from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. It's actually at a gentleman's club. This is actually a kind of a cool show. Probably going to put the GoPro, not the GoPro, but the Insta360 on the trunk. Probably get a good couple pulls, a few pulls with my boys. My buddy Michael with the GT500 and my buddy Charlie with the GT500. We're all gonna take a ride. Check out the show. I'll bring some video tomorrow for the show. So this is almost like another test video of an inside vlogging style. Let me know what you guys think about this view. As far as the car is concerned, I can't complain. This car runs fantastic, no problems. Still making 900. We're about to pulley down another 0.13 inches, so that pick up about 1.5 pounds of boost. So should be in the area of around 950-ish to the wheel. We're going to dyno the car too soon with the new pulley. But so far, like I said, 900 wheel for the last few months, no problems. Car's running great, no hiccups, no nothing. I can't ask for a better running car. I'm getting no oil burning. This does have a Gen 2 Voodoo in it. They're not invincible, but they are built a lot better than Gen 1 Voodoos. There's a lot of extra stuff done to them. So far, no oil consumption. Car's running great. So the only thing I'm doing to the car next is probably going to be pulling down to the 4.0 pulley on the F1A. Should put me around the 15 pounds of boost, 16 pounds maybe. Still on full E85. I don't mess around with 93 octane anymore. I'm only doing E85 from now on. So now that I have a E85 station that's like literally like 3 blocks from my house, there's no reason for me to run 93. Plus I don't drive this car every single day. When I do take it out, at least 2 or 3 times a week. Car shows, meets, just when I want to clear my head, this is like the ultimate, ultimate car to drive when you have things on your mind. This makes you forget about a lot of stuff. So it's a good therapy, I should say. It's a good therapy. So I'm just taking it out now, just stretching out its wheel, stretching out its wheels. I got the windows up, so hopefully the mic is working good. Maybe about 10-minute drive. I don't need any E85. I got like 3/4 of a tank. Like I said, the car is running fantastic. No complaints. Tune is on point. I'm trying to think of anything else to talk about right now, but I'm just enjoying a little drive. I have been starting to actually going back to the gym, so you see me starting to get a little buff. I've been working out a little bit, trying to get myself back into shape. Popo around here. They like to hide, off side streets. According to my dash, it says it's 96 degrees outside. But there's no rain. It's supposed to be no rain today, so it's a really nice day out. Car sounds amazing. Love the setup in it. The ARH long system with the resonators, with the stock mufflers. To me, it's the perfect setup for GT350. It's not overly too aggressive, and it's not, too low either. Still learning this whole vlogging stuff. Trying to see, checking all different camera angles, editing. I tell you, I give props to the people who do YouTube. It's not that easy. I mean, I guess once you learn it, it's easy. a little traffic going on here on Saturday here. For the most part, I do this for fun. I'm not trying to be the best YouTube channel around. This is just fun for me. Talk to you guys a little bit. See, what we can talk about. It's like I said, as far as modifying this car is done. I am done with this car. There is really nothing else I could do except for pulley down and make a little bit more power. And worst case scenario, change the transmission if it blows up. But I don't do a lot of dig racing, so I'm more of a roll guy, where I like to do some high pulls. I like to beat up on my car, so I won't take it to a track. This car's not meant for that. I used to have a GT back in the day that I used to do that. I used to take it to the track all the time, beat it up. It did well though. It was a 2015 GT. It was making about 830 wheel horsepower. It was also named the Procharged Beast. It's like the original Procharged Beast. I tend to gravitate to the Procharger because I love the sound of it. I love the whistle. I love the blow off. It's like I love turbos, but I also like the high maintenance of turbos and issues of turbos. People will say, "Oh yeah, there's not much issues," but I ran into them back in the day when I used to run turbos, and I did not like them. Great power, awesome that you can control all the boost with it and everything, but when it comes to everyday driving and just enjoying a car, there's nothing like a supercharger. I mean, most people whipple these cars, which is okay. Whipple is great. You want all that power down low, where this Procharger, it's kind of like linear. It kind of comes in smooth, not like crazy, so you're not breaking loose the tires without breaking loose or anything. I used to drive Andrews for Mustang Lifestyle. His car was like brutal off the line. If you hit that thing was just like tear the tires up. With this, I could do a second gear 40 roll and actually stab it and hook it with the Nitto drag radials that are on the back of this car. So that's why I gravitated toward the centrifugal. I never liked the Vortex placement. I kind of like where the Procharger sits. And I do like the ESS kits, the new ESS kits that are out. Those are nice. I thought about going to the ESS, but I'm the Procharged beast. I'm not the ESS beast. But not to say in the future, I may not say, hey, maybe I'll swap out to an ESS. If I got a good deal on one or whatever, I may do it. I may, have Nick at Fast Performance do a swap with an ESS kit and see how that works out. But as far as the Procharger is concerned, it makes plenty of power, making over 900 wheel now. This blower that's on here is an F1A. It's actually good for about 1100 wheel, which is to me way more than enough for this car. You really don't want to go over. To me, 950 is like the sweet spot for this car, with some good wheels on the car, good tires. So that's why I went with the Procharger. And I'm so used to them. I've been running them for like, oh my God, 7 years now, and between 3 cars now, and to me it's awesome. Never snapped the crank. I still say the snapping of the cranks are because of the harmonic balancer install error. That's what I keep saying to people. People are like, oh, you don't run a crank support? Never ran a crank support. As long as you know that the shop that you trust does the work, And that's why I trust Nick at Fast Performance. He is so particular about when he puts these cars together, and especially the balancer. And he puts them on right. He used the cranksaver stud on this one, so that gave me a little bit extra assurance. But as far as snapping cranks, never did it. I had a conversation a little bit with Alex from Alejandro Flores on his website there. I messaged him that I had 900 wheel horsepower Procharger. He doesn't like the Procharger. He's got something against them, I guess, because of that whole brace thing. He doesn't like them, so he doesn't promote them. He doesn't like the lethal triple pump fuel system that I have in here, and I actually have it. Never had an issue with it. I run 2 pumps hot all the time, and then I have a third one come on with a Hobbs switch. So, but he's always raving about the air inlet temperatures being so high on a Procharger. I'm running around right now, just giving it a little bit of pedal, and the air inlet temperatures are around 115 right now, and it's a 96, 97 degree day out. So I'm out on the highway. I'm basically doing a lot of back road driving right now. So do what you want, but I love the Procharger setup. And like I said, I do like the ESS kits, which is pretty much a lot like the Procharger. And that's it. That's where I am with the Procharger. I would definitely recommend the Procharger or ESS for this car. Unless you're going to drag race the car. If you're going to drag race the car, then go Whipple. Put a Whipple on it, put a tire on it. But if you want to track the car, I would use a centrifugal like an ESS or a Procharger, because those I believe you can be fine at a road course with. I mean, it's not a drag car. These 350s are not a drag car, but it is, it can be made fast, and it can be made great to go around the track. I think it's fine to track it with the Procharger or ESS or Paxton or Vortec. As far as the Whipple is concerned, I think the heat soak from the Whipple being on top and the positive displacement blower putting a lot of extra heat and stress on the bottom end, it'll may have issues. But that's it for that. I guess that's all I really want to talk about as far as the power adder that's on this car. Like I said, I've been running for 7 years. Don't have a crank support on it. I never thought I needed one. But I do have a crank saver stud. That should help a little bit with the filling up that void in the crankshaft. But that's it. I'm just gonna be cruising back to the house now and park the beast for the day until tomorrow. I just cleaned her up. She's nice and clean and spotless. Love it. I'm enjoying the car. I'm gonna be doing some rallies soon, taking on long cruises with some fast cars, and I'll be videotaping that, of course. Bring you guys a little bit of content, Like I said, I do this for fun. It's a fun thing for me, and that's it. But I'm just getting to the house now. About to pull in. We'll check out the footage that I got from this one and see. I don't edit anything really. I'm still learning this whole editing thing, but so this is like a raw. What you see here is raw, and that's it. I'm not going to be doing some fancy editing. I'm not that good. I'm old. I'm an old school dude. But that's it. This is a little short video of me driving. Oh, actually, we got 19 minutes. A little bit of talking. I'm going to think about some stuff to talk about more later, so we can continue conversations and stuff like that on the vlogs. All right, guys, have a great day. Enjoy the rest of your day. Take care.